So, I'm making a YouTube video on this knife slash bayonet, which I will post after I post the video of this, because the blade on this goes with this, but this is also a video on its own that I'm going to be making, but I'm having it on, like, this video so that I can show you how it works with the pistol. This is not my design. I have modified it a little bit with the mount here and this front bracket and a couple pieces here, the mag thing, and then this little piece right here to block the web of my thumb from getting caught in this gear here. It's also a like extra round holder. It's got a working safety, so as you can tell I can't pull the trigger. Yes, it is a working gun. So I can't pull the trigger right now, and then when you pull the safety out, like, well, that's not supposed to happen. I have it set up with a 16 round, like 16 small rubber bands, like this diameter. And there's 16 of them here, and the gun can't really handle 16. So that's a little bit of an issue. I have an 8 round right here, and the gun can handle the 8 round just fine. So I can show you like this, and then so I have the trigger mechanism, which is just a green peg like this, inside the gun behind this plate. I don't know if you can see that in there. That little rod right in front of my finger, it's barely visible. There, the green rod right in front of my finger. That rod is what goes into one of these grooves here and locks it in place, but then when you're ready to fire, you click it back once more, and then the trigger can be pulled. And so, once the trigger is able to be pulled, you can shoot, and it shoots decently. It doesn't shoot like a long distance, but it shoots pretty good for just a rubber band gun. I like to put the green rod that was on this wheel, you saw it as I was plugging it around here, bring it back out. This green rod, I like to put it so that the green peg for the trigger's here, so when you click it back once more, it's resting on this, and it's not on one of these, because these can turn and then it'll mess up the gun. So I always turn it till it's right there. You can barely see that in the handle, but right there, the little green dot right there, is the green rod that was on the wheel. It's got the safety, like I said, that locks the trigger in, prevents the wheel from being turned, prevents the trigger from being pulled. I have this pin here. It holds the trigger in place, but the person who made this that I saw, it was on Instructables, he put a blue rod like this through the gun where the trigger is and pinned it. But if you see, it sticks out a lot from the edge of the gun, and that's going to be a lot sticking out when you're walking or something. So I just put this peg here, and it's very slim, like in line with the safety. And it also works as a disarm feature, so if you're in battle and the enemy's shooting at you, of course you'd have a safety off like this, and they're shooting at you, you pull this pin, and the trigger no longer works this, and this spins freely. So it just disarms the pistol, basically. And it goes back in like that. You can still work it. Works. Oh, the safety. Sometimes that happens because I put rubber bands on it so that I can work it easily one-handed. I can show you right now. So if I'm holding it one-handed, I'm shooting, and then I want to put the safety on, I can pull this back with my middle finger and then just push the safety on. It's a little bit of a reach for my thumb because of this. If this wasn't here, I can do it just fine. And yeah, that's the basic pistol. Oh yeah, I forgot the bayonet thing. So you remove this plate off the side of the pistol. Goes like that. You can see it on this side. You can do either side. I'm just going to do this one for demonstration purposes. And then on the bayonet, you'd pull this gray piece off and push the rod back through. I didn't do that before this. You pop this piece off like this. That. And then you'd take this white rod out, and then you'd pull this yellow piece through like that. And that's the blade detached from the handle. And then you just put this on so I don't lose it. That goes back like that. And then as you can see, that lines up perfect like that. Click that back on. Put this plate on. And you got a giant bayonet the length of the pistol on the front of your pistol. And yes, it does still work like a real pistol. Well, rubber band gun. Safety on. So why isn't it shooting? And so yeah, that's the whole pistol.